Y'all, I have got an arrowhead down here that's baffling me. I have never found anything like this around here in my life, and I can't grasp my head around it. I wasn't even planning on filming today, but after I saw this, I had to run back to the house and get the camera and film this, because y'all ain't gonna believe this. Now, the arrowhead itself, just looking at it, you wouldn't think it's anything special. It's not the shape that's unusual. I find them like that all the time. It's not that it's really large or even well made. It's just what it's made out of that I can't grasp my head around. Look over here and I can show you where the arrowhead came from. I'm almost 99% positive. When the creek's up, it eats away at this bank, and natives lived up on that flat for who knows how long. You can even see an old, looks like an old Model T tire about 10 inches below the surface there. Every time this creek comes up, it washes new stuff out. I've even pulled whole arrowheads right out of the side of that bank there. A lot of people don't even know that you can find Stone Age artifacts in the creek. But if you have a local creek that cuts through some flat land, check it, because it's hard to tell what you can come up with. It's right down here. I can get through this water without getting my boots filled up. Oh, that's getting deep. Now, I picked this up this morning, kind of a snap reaction when you find something unusual or really nice, but I put it back down where it was laying just so I could show you where it was and how it was laying. It's on this gravel bar right here. I marked it with a stick so I wouldn't lose it. And my guess is it's just washed out of this bank right here recently and washed up onto this gravel bar. Right here it is. It was laying just like that, flat out on top. Look at this. Look at that. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, okay, it's an arrowhead. What's so special about it? But just to put this into perspective, I'm in northern West Virginia, and this is made out of volcanic glass or obsidian from like the west coast of the United States. And you do not find this around here. Was this on an arrow that traveled across the country? Very, very unlikely. More than likely, this material traveled and traded hands and made its way here to northern West Virginia, where somebody made this arrowhead and used it. Because anybody will tell you, if you shoot an arrow, about the first time you hit a deer or an animal, it breaks the arrow most of the time. So the idea of somebody using that arrowhead all the way across the United States is very, very thin, very, very unlikely. And by the shape and type of this arrowhead right here, it's around 1,000 years old to 11 years old, somewhere right around in that area. And these creeks, they change directions all the time. This flat field up here, one day we'll have the creek going through it. And what happens is, right around in here, a big tree will grow up, a huge tree. And when it falls over, it diverts the water, it dams it up and diverts the water up through the field. And pretty soon, it starts to eat the field away. And anything that was laying in there that was dropped around the home or lost is gonna be washed out in the new creek running through the field. And you can see it right here, how many times this creek has changed directions in, I don't know how many years that is. It might be, 2,000-3,000 years right here. Right now, we're on the creek of today. But before the creek was at this level, you can see a line of creek stone right there that was a gravel bar. And then it was a field for a while, not long. And then it changed directions again and left another gravel bar right here. But this here, you can see this creek has not changed directions in a long, long time. So it has been a field for the last 20 inches, building up foliage and dirt laying on there, making that flat where people lived. And eventually it'll wash out and you'll find stuff right over there. But we probably won't be alive when that happens. Well, I'm glad I was able to share that with you. The early bird gets the worm. And Rocky slept in this morning. So I'm gonna rub this obsidian arrowhead in his face for a month. You come back now.